guys, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Friday video report. Sorry for being a little late today, but you have no idea what it took to get to this hotel to do this video. And by the way, see this picture behind me right there over my shoulder, and probably that one over there too? I swear to God, I think that every Marriott property I go in this particular brand of their hotels, I think the same pictures are in every single room. Do you think somebody at Marriott just said one day, hey, let me order 22,000 of these pictures and give me 22 of those matching ugly green things too? Just a point of view commentary. Anyway, let's get busy. I'll tell you what, it has been a good football season for me. It has been a very nice start to the football season. I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever, because coming into last night's game, which was, of course, there were two games. The one I gave you here free on the video report, I told you that I thought UTEP plus the points was the way to go against Houston, and obviously was. But the other game was, of course, South Florida at Pittsburgh. And coming into yesterday, I'd gone 16-8 in football, including 7 out of 9 the past 2 weeks. And I really, can say, except for maybe 1 or 2 plays, I've been pretty much right on the money. And even those that I lost, hey, one way or another, I was right there, almost in the money. Last night, didn't see it coming. Totally missed the boat, and when I think about it, it's no different than what happened the previous Thursday when Cincinnati was playing at home in revenge. You had a Pittsburgh team, and that was, of course, against NC State, and they absolutely hammered the Wolfpack. You had a Pittsburgh team last night that had lost 2 straight games, blowing fourth quarter leads in both, 2-2 on the season, needed a big win in prime time, and South Florida was the sacrificial lamb. Didn't see it coming, but it made so much sense. I think Ray Graham for Pittsburgh, I do believe he's still breaking tackles and stiff-arming guys and still picking up another 100 yards, even though the game finished about 18 hours ago. But, guys, I'll be the first one to tell you, I do not celebrate the wins. I do not lament the losses. There is no room in this business for hindsight, for retrospect, absolutely none. Gamblers that do it, handicappers that do it, they get caught up focusing on the past rather than focusing on the next money-making opportunity. Speaking of making money, I'm going to talk about the BYU-Utah State game tonight, because I don't think that's the best bet on the board. I think baseball is the best bet on the board. In fact, I have not one but 2 15-dime releases tonight. The first is on the game 1 side for the Tigers and Yankees, and the series play as well on this one. And despite last night's loss, I can't really bitch and moan, and neither should you, about an 83-58-1 record over the past 58 days. Now, in a moment, I have a $15 discount coupon coming your way, as well as your breakdown on that game between Utah State and BYU. Of course, I cashed in with BYU last Friday, but more about that in a moment. Let's talk about a couple of guys that I mentioned here yesterday. Craig Davis, 8-1 college football run, 19-5 overall the past 3 days. Looking for best bet winner number 10 out of 13 tonight. His 39 football winner number 7 in a row, the Utah State BYU side, among 3 plays, as he also has a couple of bonus selections as well going tonight. Hey, 19-5 the last 13 days, 425 dimes net profit, meaning a $10 better has won $4,250 in just 13 days. Meanwhile, Anthony Red, 100 dime college winner number 7 out of 9, the Utah State BYU side. But guys, I don't pull any punches here. Yesterday, I talked about Anthony Red, and he had a 75-dime play, and it was a monstrous loser. He also lost on South Florida. So, bottom line, this is his highest rated play. 100-dime play, number 7 out of 9. Because you lose yesterday doesn't mean you're going to not win today. If you won yesterday doesn't mean you're going to win today. I mean, there are no guarantees in gambling. Look it up. Guarantee and gambling, not on the same page in the dictionary. So anyway, those are a couple of guys you might want to check out. Also, Scott Delaney, the number 1 baseball handicapper at this site for the 2011 season, 60-dime ALDS Game of the Year, Detroit and New York, 612 dimes net profit in the 2011 baseball season. So certainly a nice run for Scott Delaney as well. Now, let's get to your money-saving discount coupon code, guys. It's going to be a simple one. It is going to be BOTTLE15, BOTTLE15, BOTTLE 15, BOTTLE 15, BOTTLE15, in honor of the 6 guys that I flew cross country last night with. I met them on a plane on a U.S. Airways flight. They were flying back to London after their first ever visit to Vegas. They were from Liverpool, and if we had bottles on the planes, there would have been a few of them being tipped. I'll tell you what, 6 hours of a flight with these guys, I think I only understood like 3/4 of the words they said. Of course, they probably only understood one half of the words I said. Those thick Liverpool accents. I mean, I felt like I was watching The Hard Day's Night and Ringo was sitting next to me. But a great bunch of guys. Steve, nice to see you. Hope you're watching the videotape wherever you are flying back to England. Hey, anyway, let's get to your free pick. I think it would be very easy to take Utah State plus the points here in this particular contest. Plus, you're getting 7.5 points. Utah State really should be undefeated this year. I mean, they had the Auburn Tigers right where they wanted them and let them escape. Last game, they had Colorado State right where they wanted them, let them escape. BYU, meanwhile, after getting absolutely destroyed by Utah at home in its annual Holy War, did manage to rebound last Friday night. I had them as a 15-dime play against Central Florida, but let's face it, Central Florida, 2 costly turnovers really gave BYU the winning cover in that contest. And yet this is a BYU team that opened up the season with a pair of 1-point decisions, a 1-point loss at Mississippi, a 1-point win at Mississippi, a 1-point loss at Texas. Think about that schedule. Mississippi, Texas, Central Florida, Utah. Now, compared to who Utah State has played. Okay, they played Auburn. Auburn is not the Auburn that won the championship a year ago, okay? And they played Colorado State, and they played a cupcake along the way as well. You've got BYU playing in big-time revenge here. Now, many will say, well, BYU hasn't gotten the game, anything going offensively. But let's just keep in mind, this is still the same BYU offense that returned 10 of 11 starters, including their starting quarterback Heath, from a year ago. And those were the guys the second half of the season, last season, that really got it going offensively. I mean, remember, they blew out UTEP in the New Mexico Bowl last December, 52-24. Sooner or later, these guys are going to get going. BYU also has a defensive edge here. Utah State likes to run the ball. BYU can stop the run. And again, it's BYU playing in revenge. So I think the way to go here is against the public, against grabbing the 7.5 points, and instead laying it with BYU. Listen, I know they got absolutely devastated by Utah. Turnovers did them in, and then, once that boulder started rolling down the hill, it turned into an avalanche as the Utes absolutely rolled over them. Well, last year they were humiliated in Logan, Utah against Utah State. Tonight they get payback, so I say go ahead and lay the points. Now, if I was betting it, would I go ahead and buy the half point down? If I had 7.5 or 7, absolutely I would, because as you know, I'm a firm believer in buying down the half point when the line's 3, 4, 7, or 10 points. So that'll do it, guys. Good luck, and I will catch you again early Saturday morning with your college football action. Take care, guys.